studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Beautiful Friday, a little bit cool. Looking forward to tonight. First Friday art walk. Going to be kind of enjoyable out there. Maybe I'll get a hot chocolate tonight, Robin.
Ooh, nice. Yummy.
We're right near the chocolate shop.
Yeah.
Do they sell hot chocolate in the chocolate shop?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Martin Suter is here. Martin is with Homeland Optical Technology at Ocala Palms, and he's here to answer your questions. And if you have a question regarding technology, you can call in 622-9622. And how you doing?
I'm fine. How about yourself? Good morning.
Good. Did you have a lot of kids come to your door last night?
No, actually, we didn't have any, so.
No?
No.
Do you live in Ocala Palms?
No, I do not. I live in the southeast.
Is that an adult community, 55 plus?
It is, and a golf course community also.
Okay, so there's no kids in there trick-or-treating, probably.
Not, I mean, maybe some grandkids here and there or something, visiting or maybe, but really no kids living there, so.
Yeah. I kind of like kids living in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they come around where I'm at, and a lot of times they'll come around, 25, 30 kids at a time in a trailer that you don't even know where they're from.
Oh, really? They just find your neighborhood?
Yeah.
So were you prepared in case kids did come by?
No, we got the 2 dogs, and we've had everything going on at the house, and so we had the lights off. We didn't get anybody knocks.
Well, we were prepared here.
Right.
But we didn't stick around, and Joe had to leave. So we have plenty of candy. You want some?
No, I don't really eat candy. So.
Well, they have the Whopper, which is actually a hamburger.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right. The Whopper.
Isn't that funny? The little ball is called Whoppers.
Milk balls.
Yeah. And then you have the hamburger. That's the same name for 2 things.
Yeah.
See, this is why English is confusing for foreign.
352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including our zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish.
Well, you're a
Also
technology
available
guy. They
stuff
have
grinding,
those things
rototilling,
you can
and
that'll
fence row spraying.
translate
We
for
have
you.
family owned and operated,
Well, yeah, I mean,
licensed and
that's probably
insured,
the
and
best way to
farm
go is
ready.
now with
Howell
the cell
Gene,
phone,
Gene,
really-
at yahoo.com.
We had one yesterday. We had a radio station
Gene Powell pasture
send me a
mowing.
Spanish text. I did the little
352-629-2440.
translate thing, and they were
Gene is a
basically
proud
asking if we
United
had
States veteran.
any
This is
information
Jan
about the plane
Marino
crash.
from Palm Garden.
And so
Thank you to the
I
listeners
sent it
of
to them in English.
WOCA
Hopefully
for
they
voting
can,
us the best of the
translate
best
it in
rehab
use, I
center
don't
for
know,
the
but-
3rd year in a
I think
row.
so. I mean,
Your belief in the work
and they
we
have it
do
even now
with
where
our
if
residents
you
and
go
guests
and get
means
the
the
app or
world
the
to us.
program,
Your
if
opinion
they
of the
speak
care we
into it,
give,
it'll
coupled with the 5
translate.
stars for quality
If it ever
measures,
gets it
means that
really
seniors in
wrong.
Oh, I'm
Ocala
sure.
get the
It probably
finest
gets it a little
rehab
wrong
care
sometimes,
following
but-
a hospital
Sure,
stay.
probably
can.
So
Yeah,
consider
especially if
taking
it
a tour.
misunderstands
Palm Garden is
you.
located on the corner of Southwest
Yeah.
27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us.
Well, yeah,
For more
I mean,
information,
it,
check
it was all
OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
done. I mean, they
Welcome
called
back
in
to
for
autumn.
what we
Weather
call the
is cooling
locates,
off
which I've
and
told you
leaves will
about,
turn
the wand
colors
I
at
use.
Palm
It's kind of like
Garden
a
and
scent
Ocala.
detector.
Autumn is celebrated with
And,
special activities and
I
cold
did the
weather
locates,
menus,
but quite
even
frankly, the
pumpkin spice. But they do
and I
not
didn't know it
celebrate
at the
fall.
time.
At Palm
I
Garden,
had
fall can
one
represent
person, I think it
pain
was
and
on my
injury.
internet was
If
out,
you
and
have
I went over
fallen
there,
and need short-term
and I didn't have
rehab,
any signal,
Palm
and I
Garden
backed
is your
up down the
best
street a little
choice.
bit, and I
During
didn't have
autumn,
any
the
signal,
only
and
thing
I-
that should fall
and I backed
are
up some
leaves.
more, and
Palm
I knew
Garden
to
is
where
located on the
it
corner
splits
of Southwest 27th
in the
Avenue
subdivision,
and 34th
and
Street.
I had it signaled both.
AccuSleep
ways.
offers a safe and
I went to the
effective
first
medical
place where I
option
could
for those
access
who
it.
suffer from sleep
Good.
disorders
No
of
signal.
all kinds.
So
AccuSleep
as I
makes
was driving
restoring
around, I
healthy
actually,
sleep
you know, I
patterns
looked and I
possible.
looked
No
again, and I said,
medication,
I
no
think they put
surgery,
them fence
just
posts
good
in
sound
yesterday,
sleep.
you know.
Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep.
it was still
Experience
had the
restorative
chunks of
sleep at
sod laying
AccuSleep,
next
the
to 'em.
acupuncture sleep clinic
Yeah,
in
and the one
Ocala
guy
by
came over, I
calling
said, "What- what,
352-615-5566.
how long you been out?" He said, "It was late yesterday afternoon." And I said, when did they put these
Two men
fence
in a truck
posts in? He said,
every
yesterday
veteran should
afternoon.
be recognized on Veterans
And so
Day.
anyway,
That's why
I
movers
took
from
my
military
locator,
is
and I'll
teaming
tell
up
you what,
with
it was
WOCA
difficult.
to collect essential items
I
to be
went from
delivered
one
this
end
Veterans Day
and-
to veterans being assisted by
located it
Veterans Helping
more or
Veterans
less.
USA. To donate items,
about,
drop them
say,
off
2
at
feet
the
over from the fence line
WOCA
now.
studios Monday through
whole
Friday,
way, and
8
then right in
a.m.
the
to
corner,
3 p.m.
you know, where
to
they
help
kinda
in
come
aiding
together.
veterans and their families
So I
in
dug
crisis.
up in there and
This
they
announcement
didn't
has
get
been
it
brought
there.
to you
So
by your friends at WOCA News
was-
Talk, The Source.
Kind of baffled, so I went to the other side and put the clamp on for the locator and located a whole different place.
Oh, wow. So does there need to be an active signal in the cable for your device to know it's there?
Yeah, what it is
So a dead cable won't show up on your device?
no, nothing. It's an induction. It has a tone that it puts out. And my device, you know, when I get over it, it'll go beep, you know.
Okay.
But it's a clamp, and you go around the cable, and it's induction.
So, okay.
So I just squeeze it, put it around the cable, and then I can locate it
Oh, that has to be placed on it.
on the cable.
Okay.
The cable's being metal.
How often do you put that? I mean, how far apart?
It'll go 100, 150 feet.
Oh,
You know. And same thing with, well, anyway, as far as that fence thing, it was a totally different direction. I hit a spot where it looked like that's probably it, and I dug, and they missed it by about an inch.
Oh, my.
I'm like, man, this is getting ridiculous. You know, I'm digging 3-foot holes here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I wandered over to the next one, and I'm kind of scratching my head, and everything's good, and I put my hand on top of the fence post, and the tone went away.
That was a clue.
That's interesting. So I stepped back, I put my head up, it went away. Well, I dug that up, and what happened was the fence post went right through the cable, but it was enough to continue to make contact between the two pieces of metal, so that it wasn't showing that, you know, it's broke here because I lost it. However, of course, I had no signal because it was cut.
Yeah.
Big missing piece. But with that touching the post, if I wouldn't have put my hand on that post, I'm not sure I'd have found it.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Wow.
So it was interesting. Dug it up and replaced the little piece.
So I've had my cable cut, and I've had the cable guy come out and put in new cable.
Yeah.
And when you guys do that, it's invisible. It doesn't even look like there was a ditch. How do you do that? How do you dig? How do you bury the cable without a ditch?
Well, most people use, and they call it a whopper. It's a large piece of flat steel with a V groove cut at the bottom, and it weighs about 35 pounds probably, and they pick it up and they throw it down in there, and
Wow.
they wiggle it a little bit, put the cable in, and step on it.
How far does it go down?
Well, we're supposed to go with those, but the drops to the house only 6 inches.
Oh,
Come on
really?
down
Yeah,
to
so you're
Dairy
basically
Queen,
breaking
Silver
the sod
Springs
and getting
get
down
some
there,
of our
yeah.
great food
Do
and
animals
ice
ever
cream.
get to it, like
We have a
moles or
number of
other
great
underground
meals
animals?
that include dessert
Not
and they're
normally.
priced,
I don't
and
see
you want
not
to
near
get
as much as
our products are made
as
fresh
lawn
to
maintenance
order
people
just
on their
for
hedge
you.
clippers.
Dairy Queen.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, my gosh.
They get to clipping them hedges near the house and get crazy. You know, and they'll cut it up pretty good.
Well, shouldn't, but you would think the homeowner would keep a set of plans or something so that if they are going to do something like drop fence poles and do their hedge clippers, that they should just be aware of where everything is.
Yeah, and most, you know, it's not real often that something like that happens. And in fact, that's the first time for my main line to be cut since I've been there for 4 years. So, and what it was again, I didn't put any paint on that cable as a locate because it was, the map didn't show it that going that way. The map showed it going down and then across the front of the street, and it actually went through the backyard. So,
Somebody did the map wrong.
yeah, it just wasn't right.
So have you had to do that? Have you, been to a development and then you see where they suggest the cable goes, but you've had to make adjustments in the direction of the cable?
I mean, it's all in there, but I've had to make adjustments to find cables sometimes. And there are a few houses hooked up out there where I truly can't figure out where they're hooked up. But outside of the main box. I had everything on hook inside the house, and they still
Are you
were
a
getting
medical
hot
provider that
cable.
doesn't like to
Very
settle for
snowy,
the
but it
same
was there,
boring
and I'm like,
scrubs?
Oh my.
Scrub Paradise in Ocala has a wide selection of
For
top
real,
brand
I
scrubs
had no
with
idea.
embroidery available
I know it,
and
and there
the
was
newest
nothing hooked
medical
up.
shoes and accessories.
Oh my
Every
God.
medical
That's pretty
provider
cool.
should look
Never
as
figured
great
that out.
as
I
the
ran
care
a new
they
line.
provide. Scrub Paradise is just off Easy Street
Totally away
next to
from
Shoe
all of
Carnival in
them. I didn't know
Ocala. Stop
that.
by today or give them a call at
When somebody steals cable, we had a conversation with you about stealing cables
352-873-4368.
before.
That's
And you can tell from your
352-873-4368.
office that's
It's the final
there's
liquidation
more
blowout going
being
on
used
now at
than
the
you're
Cyrus
being
Rug
paid for,
Gallery in
right?
downtown
Is that the way
Ocala.
for you to
After
know?
35
No,
years,
not
Cyrus
really.
is retiring and everything must
Oh,
go.
okay. Well, I
Save
thought
60
you- I
to
thought there was
70%
way
on
to
every rug
Depends
in
on,
stock.
I mean,
And we
we're,
have thousands to choose
again,
from.
that
Full
situation
rugs, runners,
and,
rounds,
quite
we
frankly,
have
ours
that.
out
Come by
here,
early for the
you know,
best
it's a
selection
filter.
because when they're gone
that-
forever. The
with
Cyrus
filter
Rug Gallery
on,
liquidation
you-
sale going on now
you
where
don't
you'll
get
save
so
60
many
to
channels with it
70%
off,
on
you get
every
so many
rug in
channels,
stock.
right?
For more information,
And
call
that's
them at
the one where that guy drilled all the way
629-3200.
through
That's
the-
629-3200.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so
Shamrock
But the question I
Security
had was
System,
about the little dish, like with
629-3223.
dish TV.
Shamrock Security System.
How would
located
that
here in
company
Ocala,
know
Florida.
if you were
Shamrock Security
sharing
Systems
it with somebody,
is
let's
a
say?
top-rated alarm company
or would
offering
they?
24/7
Again,
monitoring,
they really wouldn't,
video
but you can't
surveillance,
share
fire and
much
flood
'cause you have to
protection.
have that
You'll
receiver.
sleep a
Still
little
have to have
better once
everything
the
that you
job
paid
is
for.
done.
Yeah, I
Shamrock
mean, with the-
Security
with the
Systems
satellite,
for
you
over
got the
31
dish, of
years.
course, and then you got the
629-3223. Get a 100%
box.
free quote from
and you can't
Shamrock
clone that receiver?
Security.
Somebody-
629-3223.
Well, if you do,
You have to know what you're doing.
you gotta have another dish.
Sale.
Yeah.
With
Wherever
great
he's
customer
going,
service in a time
he
of
has to
need.
have the
Liquidating
dish
at home
also.
and vehicle is hard enough.
You know,
Let the
so
Justice League Estate
it's-
Sales family-owned
it's
team
pretty hard
They
these
have
days
highly
to-
trained appraisers
even all the
available
cable
to work with
companies,
you. The Justice
they
League
all
Estate
do it,
Sales
you know, where you
name
have to
was
pay for a little
inspired by a
box
boy
for each
named
TV,
Justice and the
'cause, you know.
Autism
Oh,
Awareness
each TV
Organization.
needs their own
Please
box.
visit
Every TV on
www.justiceleagueestateSales.com for
Spectrum, on
upcoming
Cox,
sales.
on
And tune in
Comcast.
every Tuesday at
If you
11:20
screw it
a.m.
into the TV,
on
you get nothing. You
WOCA
have to have
and learn
a
how the
box.
team can
I
help
have a
you.
question for you about programming. Okay.
Right.
Robin is a big fan of Friends. And one of the ladies on Friends is it Jennifer Aniston? Is that the actress's name? She's got a TV show on Apple TV.
Okay.
Okay, I think she does a show called The Morning Show or something like that, right? Okay. There's no way for us to watch it unless we have Apple TV. So that's another thing you have to pay for. Is there ever, is there any way to, again, the price keeps going up, and people who decided to use the internet instead of cable are
Right.
saying, well, I might as well just get cable.
Now, the Apple TV, that's a monthly fee, or?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
really
know-
sure. It had a dollar amount on it, but I don't know how often you pay
They
it.
sell a box, like a Roku box. I've seen the Apple TV box
Oh,
in houses, a couple of houses, so I don't know if once you get that box, you have access, or if it's a monthly fee, like a Netflix. I really don't know. I don't have any Apple devices, so.
because Larry bought a Roku.
Yeah, I have Rokus.
Yeah, but Roku won't do Apple TV. See, I have the Apple TV app on my
Right.
phone, believe it or not. Let me click on it. I think I have it. Let me click on it. No, maybe I got rid of it.
I'm sure Apple is exclusive of the Roku. They wouldn't be on.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
But I think there was, I guess I don't have it, but I did have it, and then what so here's another app I got. What was this one? We were in the cigar bar across the street, okay? And there was a guy
Fun
who
place.
was, drank a beer. He didn't smoke a cigar. But anyway,
You like
so
playing the golf game over there, though.
they had this song on it, and Robin happened to say, I like this song. And then, so she looked it up on her phone, and so he knew what she was doing. He said, hey, you should get this app. So he pushed his button, and then he pushed the app. It's called Shazam. And it asked me if I wanted to allow it. Yes, you can allow it. and then it'll hear a song. It'll tell
you what it is.
right away.
Right.
I mean, in no time
Yeah,
at all.
Right over the speakers in the
Yeah.
bar.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's great. It works just like the translation thing, you know.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if it ever gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm sure. I don't know. I think they had a game show called it Shazam. I think. And
That
they
sounds
had
right, yeah.
People standing there and how fast they could name the
Oh, name the tunes and
tunes.
things.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty good at that if it was before 1980.
Right. I'm kind of like that.
Are you able to monitor what the people in the community are watching, and do you know what programs are like preferred by X number amount of people, so you know that programming stays on the system?
Not really. That still is, it's done, but it's still done by Nielsen,
Oh, I
really?
see.
you know.
Okay.
As far as our, here's the thing about cable TV, and okay, everybody has about 8 to 10 channels that they watch, realistically. I mean, you might vary here and there, don't get me wrong, it's only,
Right.
but
I don't
on
even have
average,
that many probably.
yeah. But the problem is, it's everybody's 8 or 10 channels are different channels, so that's why we have so many channels.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, that
There
makes
you
sense.
go.
Yeah, sure.
I like your haircut.
Thanks. She does that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your wife is wonderful.
Yeah.
Your wife.
Did you hear that the astronauts are getting an oven sent to them so they can bake cookies?
I did hear that, and that's good.
Now, wouldn't that be the
These are good.
perfect opportunity for an advertising campaign? Get an astronaut, take a bite out of a cookie, and say, "It's out of this world."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm sure it's probably coming. Didn't they say that they had a specific, like, Toll House or something, cookie or something they got up there already?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
what it said.
they already have the dough and
Oh, the
everything
dough's
up
up there,
there, so
yeah.
they're waiting.
I think you might have
waiting
said
to come
Toll
out.
Do you remember somebody called in and was wondering? I don't know if they asked, but they were wondering how big the space station is. I have the answer for you.
Do you?
Yeah. It's if you laid it on a football field, the living quarters would be from one end to the other. The solar arrays would be the end zones. That's pretty big.
That is big.
That's
Yeah.
a large. That would be a large building if that was
is
a building, right?
Yeah. That should give you some space.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to run out of the frequencies from the satellites? Because you get the live feed from the space station, and it's so clear. And then you get different programs on the TV
Right.
from those satellites, and they're not as clear. But, I mean, is there ever going to be a time when we run out and those signals are going to maybe overlap?
I don't think they'll let them overlap, and as far as running out, that's why you always hear they shot another rocket up and launched this, another satellite, because now it gives you a whole nother group of whatever. Now, a lot of them aren't for cable TV. There's a lot of stuff goes on with those satellites.
Are you like a telescope guy? Do you like looking out in space?
I used to, long time ago, we'd go out, certain times a year and check a few things, but, looking for the closest ones
Check
and
a
what you
few
can
things.
see,
How do the trade shows decide what their main product is going to be for that particular trade show? Because sometimes you hear news items and they're focusing on one or two
Right.
things.
Well, the major trade shows that we always attended, now again, and I was in sales for over 20 years, and I was on the other side of the booth,
Right.
So we just, well, realistically, most of the companies have a niche, product or two. Say in my case, the last job I had, and I was doing quite well, I was simply selling HDMI cords and RCA type, composite cords. And that was when these HD boxes first came out, and Comcast and when I say I was selling like 15,000 at a time, to Miami, or
Wow.
20,000 at a time to Atlanta. Or,
Wow. That's amazing.
yeah,
That's cool.
That's a good day.
yeah, that was a good day, but then there becomes bad days. So what they did in the cable world, and one of the reasons, quite frankly, I'm not doing it anymore, they came up with what's called a reverse auction. Because we, as distributors, we always went around and, we would talk to some pretty high-end, players that say
Right.
Comcast or somewhere, and try to do, the best deals we could. And, with the best deals, try to get, okay, well, we want Atlanta and Miami and, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Well, anyway, they turned the tables, and we get a phone call and said, you're invited to a reverse auction on such and such a date. And we're like, well, what's a reverse auction? You'll find out, And the very first product they put on it was HDMI cords at Comcast.
Oh, my.
So how does the reverse auction
So
work?
what they did was they put the product up with some very loose specs. And then they put the price up, which happened to be ours, because they were, quite frankly, buying them from me in a lot of places. Because I had a good price. I really did. Anyway, what happens is there was, I think, a half a dozen vendors invited, and say the price was $10. Well, you got 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you'd see a price of $9.45, and then the clock starts over at 5 minutes.
Oh.
And you'd see $9.20, and then the clock starts over in 20 minutes. And the next thing you know, somebody's down at $7.32, And my boss is like, I can't make any money at that, man. That's all, unless I really make the product a lot cheaper.
Right.
Yeah.
So who's bringing the price down?
The other vendors that are invited to the reverse auction.
Oh, I see. And they're
Going down, not up, right?
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, and bottom line is, I lost all of that business in one day,
Oh my gosh.
and that was tough.
And meanwhile, who got the business?
The people that came in at the very low price, and quite frankly, after they started delivering them, they were cheesy.
Well, that would make sense. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, but they work, so,
Oh
They
my
work for a little while, maybe, huh?
I don't know.
So how do you know what's the proper cable to buy? Because I know sometimes if they're not a good quality and a little bit pricey, they get real hot and then you can have fires.
Well, that's electrical, yeah. I mean, we really don't put hardly any power.
Oh.
It's millivolts in all of our cable stuff. The only power is in my main lines to power the fiber nodes and the amplifiers,
Oh, okay. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that then.
Not on the cable. That's the extension cords, that you worry about with the heat.
Oh, okay.
And the modems and the converters, they can get hot putting in the wrong place.
And are all the cable boxes now, since it's a cable box per TV, are they all like on Wi-Fi, or do they have to physically be connected to each TV set with a wire or cable? Sorry.
In our case, we don't quite have it yet, but it's soon to come. We will have a wire hooked to it and internet on that box. That one Jim's been working on a long time. So it's a both, and that's why it's taken so long. It's different than most boxes. So, but people like DirecTV and Dish, other companies can do one box, but still have to have the cable because you got your dish and They can do, say, about your main box in the living room, and they can do 4 or 5 other ones wirelessly.
Oh my gosh.
With internet. So
that's fascinating stuff.
and that's a good thing,
Have you seen the price of the new AirPods from Apple? I'm trying to find it. $249. AirPods Pro earpieces.
Oh, those are earpieces?
$249 for earplugs.
That's crazy.
What the heck?
Wow.
I know. Technology is not cheap. Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw this on the news the other day. This is the new AirPod, they call it. $249. And
Are they still the white things and sticking out of your ears?
there's still white thing sticking out of your ears.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, you think they make them invisible for that price?
You would hope so.
Yeah.
Give you speakers.
Gosh.
I wish I could remember. She advertises it all the time.
Who does?
Dana.
Oh, Dana.
Her earbuds. I can't, because I'd have you look them up. Starts with a K or something.
Oh, she does? Dana? Dana Lash?
Yeah, she swears by them.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I have to listen to
I'll
it.
try to write it down, because
I know she tries to get us to change our phone company, but I don't think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I like my phone company.
I'm still on Verizon. I mean, I understand what she's saying, and there's some merit to it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, no, there is. Martin, good to see you.
Okay.
Enjoy your weekend. First day of November.
First day of November.
Yeah.
We'll be out tonight in the chocolate factory.
Yes, we will.
Friday, first Friday. Huh?
Yeah, first Friday Art Walk.
We've not been to that. We should maybe go to that.
You'll like it.
Stop by.
All the artists and everything, live entertainment all around the square. It's really nice.
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you, Martin. The cigar was great, by the way.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll take a little break. Guess what's next? It's Trader's Paradise with Joe Martone. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. 2 people were killed yesterday after a small plane clipped an SUV and crashed just off State Road 200 west of Cheddar's Restaurant and across from Market Street at Heathbrook Shopping Center. The plane, a Beechcraft Baron, was taking off for a maintenance flight from the Ocala airport but ran into trouble. An Amtrak train carrying 102 passengers struck a 35-foot flatbed trailer in Lakeland, but there were no injuries reported. A dean emeritus at New York's Vassar College will become the new president of Florida's Stetson University. Investigators say a woman fatally shot one of 2 intruders during a home invasion near Tampa. A former Wells Fargo banker and a film producer have pleaded guilty in South Florida to participating in a $60 million movie financing fraud scheme. And President Donald Trump has now declared himself a Florida resident, changing his permanent residence from 5th Avenue in New York City to his Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach. And that is your news brief from The Source.
On this Friday, we'll begin with a shower or 2 in places. Otherwise, it won't be as warm with clouds and some intervals of sun. The breeze will pick up and it will turn a little less humid as the day wears